All right, how's it going?
Ooh, I'm ready.
All right, so we got Biohazard Battle. We're going to be doing a 1cc commentary track, and I am Pete Hahn, also known as Han, and I am joined with Dr. Sage today.
Yeah, and you use a different. I don't want to call it a ship because it's not a ship.
Different creature?
Flying sea creature.
Yes. See, I know that both of our ships have the red homing laser, which is what we primarily used. So we've got that in common.
I think both of the ships on the right are slow according to the manual, which I have a hard time believing because
they're pretty fast.
I mean, they're pretty fast. So I can't imagine how fast the other two are.
So this first stage is pretty easy. Yeah, you can see me here. I'm just pointing my option down diagonal, and you don't really have to move that much at all. Once you get the homing laser, you can kind of just sit in the middle of the screen and don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, the red shot is the primary weapon, pretty much. I used throughout the whole game.
I switched just a couple times. There's a couple bosses where I switched to yellow,
right.
But almost all the time it's like the red is what you want to stick with for me.
Yeah, so this level, the first level is basically just teaching you how the colors work, and that's pretty much it. You don't really have to worry about dying.
Yeah, I would say there might be a shot that gets on the screen once. So the way the weapons work, there's 3 strengths. So if you pick up the same color a second time, it goes to level 2, and then if you pick up a third one, it's the strongest level, which is what you're seeing here. Just those red shots are fully powered up. They're nice thick toothpaste beam there.
Yeah.
But if you pick up a different color when you're at level 3, it'll transfer over that level 3 to the other color.
Yeah, so you don't have to power them up individually.
Right. So that's always good. So if you're wanting to change over for like a particular boss fight, you can grab that color, and it's going to be level 3 if you're already at level 3.
Yeah.
All right. So that's level 1 completed.
It's almost not even stage 1. It's like stage.
It's an intro.
Yeah.
We'll just call it the intro. So you stick with red shot through all this level, I believe, right?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So I know that a couple of the replays I've seen, some of them like the blue bubble shot with your ship. You use the Electro, right?
Yeah, the bubble shot has its uses, but I don't know why I would use it on this stage. Red just destroys the stage.
Yeah, it's mostly popcorn, and they're all weak. So
yeah, until the big guy starts coming from behind to railroad you.
So yeah, let's talk about this coming up. There's the screen's going to start scrolling quickly here, and then there's the guy coming from behind here.
Yeah, don't sit near the track behind to the left.
Mm-hmm. You will lose your life if that happens. So there's an extra guy coming up here after this red power-up.
I think you see it, but...
Yeah, I believe I missed it in this run.
It's right there. There it goes.
There it is.
Yep. You didn't see it, rewind.
Yeah, so I exposed it by shooting it, but I didn't pick it up because the screen movement kind of messed me up, and I was like, I didn't lose my life there, so I'm going to keep going. I believe you got it in your latest 1cc.
It's a surprisingly hard one-up to get.
Yeah, for level 2, you'd think it'd be easier. Like a lot of the other 1-ups are easier to get. So
yeah,
but if you know it's there, you can go for it.
Yeah, but I mean, in this game, it throws so many extra guys at you and so many 1-ups at you that if you miss it, you don't feel bad.
That's true. I was going to talk about that. I think the extends are very... They're like every 20k, I want to say?
Extremely liberal. Yeah. Every 20k, and you finish the game at like 200,000 points.
So that's like 10 guys right there.
10 free guys. It's crazy.
Plus the couple you start with, plus the ones you pick up in the levels. You've got to get like 25 guys through this game.
It's crazy.
So this boss here is not really hard at all. Just stay up top.
Oh, we didn't mention you have a charge shot.
Oh yeah, I kind of use that as my sign off here.
That's a green thing, yeah.
When I beat the levels, I like to show off a little bit.
Yeah, so when you see those big green bullets swirl out, that's the charge shot.
So yeah, the only 2 buttons are used in this game. Your first button's like your auto fire shot. The second button's your charge shot. What I really wish is they would have used the C button to lock your little option in place.
Oh, I know. That was one of the first things I thought.
Because you have a third button, and like there's times where you want to move, but not move the position of your little guy that protects you.
Yeah, because it's always opposite of the direction you're going. It just
right.
floats behind you all the time.
It reminded me a little bit of X Multiply, because like there is some things that remind me of X Multiply in this game, and then those two, like you move and that moves the other way.
Right.
So I don't know. This level isn't too hard. There's a couple points in this where I might have died once or twice learning this level.
I think, as with all games with heat-seeking weapons, you're at the mercy of the weapon. So there are occasions when there are popcorn enemies behind you, above you, and the red thing doesn't do what you want it to do.
It just goes off in the wrong way.
The guy just sneaks up and kills you.
Yeah, it'll just a guy will be behind you and the shot's going in front of you.
Yeah. Especially later, like stage 8, the red shot is constantly firing at dudes on the other side of barriers.
Yes.
And you're like, no, shoot the guys in front of me, please.
Yeah, it needs to have its own AI, I guess.
Yeah. So this part, you just have to be careful of the guys coming from behind. Those guys.
Yeah, those guys, there are a couple that pop up after you pass this section. Yeah, there you go.
Those guys can kill you from behind.
Yeah. Then you got this big worm guy here coming up.
This guy, I'm actually very impressed with the animation of that guy.
Yeah,
I mean, that looks like
cool.
a worm. That's pretty cool.
It looks slimy and wormy. I like it.
Yeah, and don't get very close to that guy, because he'll lull you and then all of a sudden just squirm forward and nuke you.
Yep. So now we have
there's the one up.
Easy extra life right there.
Yeah, that one's super easy.
Yep.
This can get a little dicey if your red thing is not cooperating.
Yeah.
Like there.
Yeah.
That was just guys came from behind. You just happened
to look at the little charge shot swirled around there instead of attacking the guy.
Oh, it did the little loop-de-loop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that happens like in Thunder Force.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can use a charge shot to take out the bigger guys if you know they're coming, but if you're not sure, you just... Oh, this guy right here. So did you handle him the same way? You just got kind of take off his arm, then go on top of him?
Yeah, as long as you blow whatever arm is closest to you, whatever side you're on, then you just sit on top like you did. But, I mean, it's not a given. Like, there's still red bullets coming up at you, so you have to kind of dodge.
Be wary of the red bullets coming from the guys he's spitting out, and should be okay there.
One thing that's not apparent is when you're on top of a guy like that, you want your action to always face down, so you always want to be holding up into the top of the screen. Otherwise, your option always goes counterclockwise if you only go left and right, and your option can be facing off the screen, and that does nobody any good.
Yeah, then your shot's not going to help you out. The thing's not going to block bullets for you.
So like right now, you're holding up to force it to stay down.
Right.
Ooh, that was almost picked up some blue shot.
Yeah. Which wouldn't be the end of the world. That was right next to it, though.
Yeah.
Alright, once his arms are off, he's pretty much done there.
Yeah, his arm, like, he can grab you. So you have to blow off an arm before you go above him. And when you go above him, make sure above his other arm.
Yeah.
Pinch you.
Pincher. He's a walking crab guy, so he pinches you, I think. So these worm guys again.
Yeah, this just gives you a chance to switch to yellow, which you do. With Electra, I don't, because...
The yellow shot is got the thing where it doesn't aim forward all the time.
Yeah, Electra it's a free roaming option. It points in different directions. This I like.
Yeah, this I mean, the yellow shot is super, super strong, but it only, doesn't home in, and it only goes forward, which is good for this boss.
Yeah, but that just destroys that boss.
Yes, it takes just like 3 seconds, I think, of it. Yeah.
If you're not using that ship and I use red, then you got to go like dance to the left and go up and down and make sure he doesn't bite you. And it's not terrible, but it's not nearly as easy as you just look.
So it's funny because I started with the ship that you used, and I found that I kind of danced up and down, but after like a few hits, I went to the bottom left corner and it was pretty much safe there.
Oh. Okay.
So it might be a semi-safe spot. But anyway, on to the next level.
Yeah. When I go down here, I have a charge shot because you have these weird pods that explode into guys.
And the bats come out, yeah.
Yeah, you really didn't see it there because your red shot destroyed them before they could flop out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that come out before that you don't see there.
Yeah, when you kill those pods, if you just hit it with one bullet, like 6 bats come out.
Mm-hmm.
If you just charge shot them, it just nukes the whole thing.
So these pods just charge shot them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you let them get open, they'll put some shots on the screen. So try to take care of them.
I don't know. I like the Electra ship's charge better. It's got swirlies. You have kind of the wave with what's the name of the ship? Polly something.
Polyxena.
Something. Just call her Polly.
Okay, her. It's a her.
Sure, Polly.
Yeah, Polywana Xena. Yeah. Oh man. All right.
Charge shot. Oh no! Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a charge shot. Oh no, there's the bats. So if you just charge shot those, the electric charge gives you a lot longer time because it does the spin wheel.
Yeah.
It just eats those things up, and you can just go through while it's being.
So this part was hard until I figured out you have to just stay at the top and shoot them before they all come out.
Yeah, that is definitely. It's almost a foolproof safe spot.
Yeah. Because before these things would come out and then they put shots on the screen, then you got to worry about dodging them and the bullets.
Yeah. I think even if you're powered down, that safe spot works.
Yeah. I like this translucent worm guy here.
It's kind of freaky.
It's kind of yeah.
Why is he transparent?
I don't know. He's got stealth technology, I guess.
I never noticed, but we're constantly fighting enemies that are our size. But like the last level, we were clearly like in a jungle with pea pods that are 3 times the size of us, and now
the bats are our size.
Crystals are falling that are ginormous. I'm not really sure if we are in a microscopic world and are microscopic, or if we're in a giant world and we're normal sized. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. See, this if you have your little option kind of pointing up and to the right, you can stay in the bottom left corner. That works every time, I think. All right, another one up.
There was that one up right before the column started. All right, so now this I would stay upper left. Oh no, it's not staying upper left.
Where? Right before the boss?
Yeah, at the. Oh no, you're going up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times in this game where waves of enemies come out in very distinct spots, and they continue to come out from those spots, and you just want to line your ship up with one of the two, and just destroy them as they come out, and let your red thing kill the other stream of enemies.
Yeah, like on the top and bottom of this boss, there's going to be those little blue guys coming out. So,
but you did the same thing as like Krabby Guy.
Yeah.
Sit at the top, you hold up, and you just go back and forth and dodge the few bullets that come.
Yeah, just got to be aware of those red shots coming out, but other than that, you don't have to really worry.
I hate this level.
Yeah, this is where the difficulty, I think, cranks up a bit.
It's the end when there's just the red shot just can't keep up sometimes.
Yeah. I will say though, if you like a game with a good soundtrack, I think this game's got a great the soundtrack matches the gameplay very well. So I do recommend, if you're not going to play the game, listen to the soundtrack. I think it's very good.
Yeah, it is actually. I think it does. It does kind of stand on its own. Like I listen to soundtracks all the time, and this one comes up every once in a while. But it does match the game quite well. Yeah, and I don't know if you played it with this like a stereo, but as you come down to start the first level when you're being ejected from the thing, there are 6 bass tones that will melt your brain.
Really? Okay.
And it's crazy for a 16-bit system. I didn't even know it could produce bass like that. This is nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So there's another hidden one. I believe it's the 10th one of those pods. It's right above it.
I just always I stay at the bottom like you did, and then eventually I remember that there's a one up there, and I quickly
pop up
to the top, and I usually just barely get it.
So I don't think you get extra points for picking up the pods if you already have it. So if you're already fully powered up, don't put yourself in danger to grab it.
Yeah, no.
Not even for score. I mean, there's no point.
There are actually they throw so many power-ups at you in this game that there are times where I'm not fully powered up, and if I'm in a harrowing situation, I just let it go because they will give you another one in like 5 seconds.
I believe there's a timer. It's an invisible timer, but I think at given ratios with bosses, they pop up with with power-ups. So. Yeah,
there's actually the last boss. I've accidentally gotten bubbles before, and with Electra, the blue shot bubbles, it takes forever to kill him, and the boss just keeps pumping out power-ups. Boy, you're making this more difficult. It's safe. you can sit in the upper right, and it's a safe spot.
For the volcanoes here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one volcano, the last volcano is slightly up, and you still are protected from it if you have red shot.
Oh, okay.
That's your cue to move down, because then these blobby guys will nuke you if you're...
I like the way that they're kind of shimmery, these blob guys. Well, they're not getting on the screen very much here, but...
No. Yeah, see this, if you die here...
Yeah.
It's easy to die 2 times, 3 times.
In a row, yeah. That's the one thing about this game. Like, so recovery in general, like, is one of the things. Is how I judge a shmup. If it's impossible to recover, and to me that's like, I don't have fun with it. Then, like, if you die once and the game's over.
Right.
But like, if you die once, you may die right again because your little satellite goes away.
Yeah, it disappears for a brief second.
And you can't fire it for a second, so.
You do get a period of invincibility.
So this boss I used to have the hardest time with. I figured
he's hard.
him out. Yeah, he's one of the first hard bosses.
If you get into this rhythm that you're showing, it's not too hard. It's just you can't zoom up to the top or zoom down to the bottom without worrying about those little popcorn dudes.
You have to worry about the red shots too.
Yeah.
If you don't keep track of them, I think they're aim shots at where you are. But they're so slow that you forget about them, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like the boss becomes a secondary focus.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, for me, just focus on moving out of the way of the boss and dodging the red shots, and the homing laser will take care of the rest.
Yeah.
So this is where I switch over to the yellow shot right away.
Yeah, if I was playing with this ship, I would probably switch to yellow too.
Did you leave the homing shot with your 1cc?
Yeah, I mean, this is still red territory for me, because if you get your option right up in the parts of the ship before they come on the screen and just kind of back up with them, it does a lot of damage.
You'll notice also that the yellow shot for the poly ship cancels out enemy bullets, which is a huge plus.
Yeah, plus it makes this level so much safer because you can just sit on the left like you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get up in the face of every part of these things to nuke them before it gets hairy. Oh my god, that was so fast. Okay.
Yeah, this is like a speed run right here.
Yellow just destroys this guy. Wow.
So yeah, if you bury that see right in there, if you bury the option right in it, the rate of fire is increased, so.
Yeah. Yeah, this yellow makes quick work of this boss.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you're using Electra, then you gotta do a little dancing. But...
Yeah. See, like right there, the yellow shot destroyed the red bullets to protect me. And once the boss is almost dead, those little blob guys start coming out. That's how you know he's almost dead.
Yeah. They're not too much of a threat.
Mm. Okay, stage 7. This is I don't know, what do you think about this stage?
This is where I have problem with the red shot.
Yeah.
It sometimes just doesn't shoot at the guys that are the most dangerous at that time.
Yes. Yeah, if you're playing the poly ship, it's almost worth it to switch to blue in this stage.
Yeah.
The blue shot is like, I call it the chiclet shot. It's like an eight-way shot that it looks like chiclet gum. So
I would even switch to blue sometimes with the with the bubbles. I mean, the bubbles do a good job of canceling out the black blobs that.
And they cancel bullets too, right?
Yeah. So they eat bullets. So I think red or blue for this. I don't think there's ever a point in the game where I feel the need to pick up green. Green is almost always get away from me. Don't touch me.
Yeah. There is, I believe in this replay, I pick it up once on purpose.
Oh.
And I think it's near the end of this level.
Okay. I'm excited now. I've never come to a situation where, boy, I wish I had green. I will say, though, that you spend a lot of time in this game purposely avoiding power-ups.
Like, yeah, they're hard to dodge, though. Like, if there's just this thing, like...
It's the unseen enemy, is accidentally running into the wrong power. Like, at the beginning of Stage 3, I didn't mention it at the time, but the level starts off just literally, the game chucks power-ups at your face. Like, just before you could even react, you have to know where to stand sometime.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
But
so this part here, if you stick your option underneath you, you can kill those guys before they have a chance to spit anything out.
Yeah, you can finagle your option through the barrier and get it to shoot on the other side. See, it's firing at the thing.
It's
it
not
starts
the right
firing
way.
at those little spongy guys, and they're on the other side, and you're like, no, those guys are not threats. Meanwhile, the big flying black centipedes are coming at you, and your red shot is aiming at the sponges. Yeah.
See, I use charge shots to take care of these couple that I think I charge shot both of them. Or maybe
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, I always forget the charge shot. Like when you have any homing weapon in a game, you start really relying on it. You almost don't even remember you have other options.
I picked the green up there just to get through this part.
Okay, that could make sense.
Sometimes I switch to blue. Like I did a couple 1cc runs of this, and I wasn't really happy with the red was like a gamble. Sometimes the red would work for this part, and sometimes it just wasn't good enough.
It's a total gamble. So I would sometimes switch to blue bubbles for that, because the bubbles just beat those things up.
Yeah, they have like a splash damage kind of effect as well.
Yeah, see, oh man, it can be harrowing. I would charge shot through these.
Yeah. I think I charge shot through the second one.
Yeah, because plus the charge shot reveals the one up at the end. Mm-hmm. Then it reminds me it's there.
You're like, oh yeah, free life.
Oh yeah. Oh man, the slowdown on this stage can be a benefit though.
So yeah, these little, what are these guys on the bottom here?
Who knows?
They're funny looking though. They're like the guys that go downstairs. What are those called?
Oh, the slinkies.
Slinkies, yeah. They're nice slinkies.
Like,
so this I aim at the top and point my option toward diagonal left, and it covers everything right here. Just for this part.
You're using green for quite a bit of time here.
I do switch it over.
A significant amount of rest.
Yeah, it's not totally. Yeah, it's not totally worthless, but usually there's a better option.
Yeah. For me, at least, I never touch green ever.
So this, I stay in the bottom part for this. Do you go to the top or bottom for this end part?
I stay at the bottom the entire time.
Okay.
Whatever's at top can go on its merry way. I don't care.
Okay.
All right. So, I assume at the boss you just stuck in a corner.
Yeah, and I kind of. Well, you'll see. Yeah, if you stick in the bottom left corner, it's a mostly safe spot if your option's kind of at a 45-degree angle.
Right. So at this point, I would have red.
Right.
And I would sit in the upper left corner. And what you want to do is, you're doing the same thing. So you just push down into the corner so that your option is facing at a 45-degree angle.
Yep.
And then just
I'm gonna watch
out for bullets.
Yes.
Because occasionally one does get through.
So I think I messed up my 45-degree angle thing here, because I think one of the bullets is going to get through.
Well, I mean, the angle isn't. Sometimes
there we go.
A bullet just gets through. Yeah.
That was my first death, which is whatever.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
To last that long.
All right, so final stage. Oh man, you're right. That left right music, the bass. So I think it's important to power up to your max level there. So try to learn which, if you're going to go red, get the red power up right away.
Yeah, whatever weapon you finished a boss at, concentrate on getting that weapon again at the beginning of the next level if you're not fully up.
This part can be a nightmare if you're not powered
up. This can be a nightmare if you have any weapon other than red or blue.
Yeah.
Because you need to be able to fire at things behind you and not really have to aim, which red and blue handle for you.
Right.
Yeah, this level goes up, down, left, and right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I believe I took another death here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
This level's gonna. This.
Is this where? Okay, this is there's a couple safe spots for this boss here.
Just sit in the bottom left with the option at a 45-degree angle, and it'll kill the little
eyeballs,
snaky arm guys.
Yeah. And
eventually the eyeballs start coming out. It eats up all the bullets. Again, it's like the last boss. You know, a bullet can sort of kind of get through, so keep an eye out, but for the most part, you're safe.
Mm.
I did not know that one up was there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you learned something.
I did. How many times have I played this level? I've never seen that one up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I needed a 20-second free guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the extends are pretty liberal here.
Yeah.
So this guy like clamps on your little option, and you gotta just keep firing to shake him loose.
Yeah, it's never really a cause for alarm though. It's just more of an annoyance.
Yeah.
It's like no other enemies are on the screen, and if they are, they're just eyeballs and they don't really do anything.
I've noticed that they throw those enemies at you only if there's nothing else on the screen for you to deal with.
Yeah.
So I kind of found this part kind of hard because leading up to the next part, the option.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the red shot is not going where I need it to sometimes here.
Yeah, it always fires up into the wall sometimes, and there are guys in front of you, like an inch from your face, and it's firing up. And
yep. So the ideal positioning here, I think, is just to be on the actual ground as it's scrolling to the left.
Yes.
Then you can point your option left, and it'll fire for you. See, yeah, there's a death right here.
Yeah. I think what you have to remember is the bouncy guys can run into you and kill you, but they do not fire bullets.
Right.
So worry about the guys that fire bullets.
Get rid of them first, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's mostly... Well, maybe they do fire bullets. Do they fire bullets?
I don't think they do.
I don't know. But it's like what I was saying earlier, where they're streaming out in two very distinct lines, where as long as you line your ship up with one, hopefully your red shot will cancel the other one out. Oh my god, coming up. It's pure chaos. I've never gotten through this part without dying at least twice.
This is, when I practiced this a little bit, and the thing I would try to do, the plan was to charge shot the big enemies, and just focus on dodging everything else.
Yeah, I never charge shot, that's my problem.
Let the homing laser do its thing?
Yeah, I just hold down the red shot, and just pray it kills things, and it never does. I always... But I mean, you can see this is just popcorn mania.
Yeah, you got to be ready to move if you see them, because they're coming from the bottom and the top. Like in the middle is mostly safe, but you got to worry about getting the wrong power up here too, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of the problem with this. With the last couple levels, you would run into power ups accidentally.
Yep.
So.
All right, so now
final boss isn't too hard.
No, not really.
As far as final bosses go, not very hard.
Yeah, I want to say I take one death over his he's got 3 forms.
Yeah, the third form, definitely the hardest. But the first form, you just have to worry about the
ceiling tiles.
Is it stalagmite or stalactite? I always... I'm gonna go with might.
They might be stalagmites.
50% chance of being correct. But those are the only things that can really kill you, as long as you don't let them smush you into the wall.
So right here, I moved too far to the right. Yeah. There was a death here. So I was watching some scoring replays. The guys on the Shmups forum were saying this is where you get points in the game. Just don't kill the boss and just milk the enemies here.
Oh. Yeah, I've accidentally figured out you can milk bosses a lot in this game.
Yeah.
Because if you have a low-powered weapon,
it's going to happen anyway. Yeah.
It just takes forever to kill the bosses, and you can milk enough guys or enough points to get extra guys during bosses. I mean, this game is very achievable.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely enjoyable. Like it's not hard to pick up. This form of the boss is almost already dead. But what I'm doing here is kind of stalling, waiting for another red thing to come out.
Smart.
I'm stalling it a little bit. There it is. Yeah. So I want to have a fully powered up red laser for the final portion.
This is where I would switch to blue, because blue would always come out relatively soon during the third phase for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I could go either way, red or blue.
Yeah, blue is always next. Yeah, there's a blue one. So this guy's pattern's not that hard. He reminds me a little bit of the shark eel guy. You just gotta be wary of the red shots.
Yeah.
If you move forward, then he kind of fires where you were.
One thing whatever pattern I used. He would always go into the bottom right-hand corner, and I would go underneath him and just point my option up, and it would be right in the center of him, and it would just destroy him. It would take like 2 passes.
So this is taking a little bit longer than what you did probably. There we go.
No, it's about the same.
So yeah, that's it. That's Biohazard Battle.
Yep. I see. Now we're going back into the ship. I don't know. We got to read up and find out what
the story is.
Yeah.
Well, this is what is it? It's known as Crying in Japan, right?
What? Crying?
That's the name of the game in Japan. Crying.
Oh, Crying! Thought you meant like defeating the final boss and going back into the ship in Japan. It's called Crying. Oh, okay.
It's a special term, yeah. But I don't know. I really enjoyed the game. What do you think? Pretty enjoyable for you?
You touch. I hate. A row, you still have 15 other guys. Power-ups are always right around the corner. You can be fully powered up again in 30 seconds.
This is true.
To me, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a game where like if you die in the wrong place, you're just not absolutely done. You know.
Yeah. I was never in a situation where I'm game's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's always recoverable. It's always fun. The weapons are pretty unique. I mean, nothing too unique, but like the blue shot for the poly ship, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And the red homing is cool.
Now, speaking of ships, if you were to play this again, you would take the poly ship, and if I played it again, I would take the what is your ship called again?
The Electra.
Electra, yeah. Like I would probably switch to the Electra. I like the power of the blue canceling out bullets seems like a big plus.
Yeah, but it's feast or famine though, because I mean it eats bullets, slow. But it's homing and it's really slow homing. So it's not like red where if it misses it, right behind it going light speed. It's like a tiny little floating bubble and it can just go off the screen and not do anything.
Okay.
It can be frustrating, but it can also be rewarding when it chews everything up.
Right away, yeah. I think we're both seeing what the other person's strengths are, and we want that. So.
Yeah, did you ever play with any of the other ships?
No, I did not. Oh, when I first started playing the game, I used the Electra, and I switched to the Poly after playing just a couple times.
Okay, because I think I pretty much started on the right two as well. I never used the other two. If I did, it was for like 30 seconds or when I was first learning it, so I don't remember. That would be something I would go back and just see how hard it would be to beat that game with a super fast ship. I think I would get too frustrated and just run and stuff.
Yeah, like the ship is fast enough in my opinion.
Yeah, so I enjoyed this game considerably. I liked it. Big thumbs up.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely part of it. I mean, I'm definitely enjoyed it. And thank you for doing the commentary track with me. That was pretty awesome. Maybe we can do this some more.
Yeah, that was fun.
Cool. All right. Well, signing off. This is Pete Hahn, and with me is Dr. Sage.
That's me.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.